Are we going to end up in day 2 with another very quick sprint race? 200 meters. They've got a slight following wind. It's all beautifully set up here. 8 points for Tamari Davis from that 100. Looked great. Can she produce something in the 200? Can Melissa Jefferson Wooden take the slam again against the better 200-meter runners this time? We've had additions to this. Great race. Daryll Neita is one of our racers and knows that she really needs to step up here if she wants to get in amongst the big money. The Brit is certainly capable of doing that. Brittney Brown, medalist in Paris, medalist at the World Championships back in Doha 2019, running well. Wasn't as sharp in the 100 as she would have liked. Was Gabby Thomas close enough? She was 4th. Big favorite to win this 200. What happens behind her if she does win? Where do the others finish? How many points are they going to get? What about Favour Ofili, the Nigerian? Might be a little bit tougher in lane 3, but she's a good 200-meter runner as well. 21.96. Not many get under 22 seconds. She's done it in her career and has already been pretty sharp this season. Jasia Sears, she's going to be in lane 2. It'll wait for the crowd, and every one of these athletes is running for good money as well, even for Kayla White right on the inside. We'll be able to see everybody, see the whole race unfolding ahead of her.
Set.
Clean break from everybody. Good start from Neita. Jefferson Wooden moving, but look at Gabby Thomas has already taken yards out of Brittney Brown, and Jefferson Wooden is going well around that bend. Has run a superb bend, Jefferson Wooden. Gabby Thomas is right there in the mix, but look at this. They've taken it to her, and now on the outside, Davis is storming through. Who's going to take this? It's going to be pretty close on the line. It's going to be Thomas, though. Thomas gets it. 21. Yes, 21.95. The wind is legal this time. A sub-22 clocking for Thomas, but our slam champion is going to be Jefferson Wooden, because Davis, although she's come second, oh, is it going to be Davis? No, because you don't get the same points.
You have to, with the win, you get a bonus. Yep.
12.86, and she knows it. Jefferson Wooden. Do you know what? It's not a personal best for Gabby Thomas, because this is her event. Davis, personal best. Jefferson Wooden, personal best.
I think changed up a little bit, right?
For that.
She did. Like I said, in lane 4, it's a little bit tougher for someone as tall as Gabby Thomas. But it's funny how things change up a little bit. People usually look up at the scoreboard to see their times, but now they're looking at the points. They want to know if they have enough points to win the slam. And Melissa Jefferson Wooden coming out with another slam championship. The first person to defend their slam championship.
At this point, who's going to win?
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it was tight for Gabby around that turn in lane 4, and she didn't come off the turn in front. She had to use her maintenance, those long legs, to get through to the line before everyone else. Right now, it's anyone's race, but anyone who knows the 200 would know that it's just a matter of time before Gabby opens up those long limbs and comes through. Look at Melissa at the latter part of the race. It's something that she's going to have to work on. I saw it at the end of the 100 as well. When she is getting to the line and needs to get there faster, she rolls her shoulders. She's not going to get the same extension and the same trajectory off of her stride if she does that.
You know what? When there's 100K up for grabs, roll your shoulders.
We're all going to roll our
Just give it
shoulders, right?
everything.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. If the form goes, she's fighting for it. That's the point. I think she knew, because Davis came back, and all of a sudden she's under pressure, because had Ofili popped in there into 3rd as well, who was charging in lane 3, could have all been different anyway.
Yep.
There is our slam champion.
Melissa, you are now 2 for 2 as slam champions. What does that mean to you?
It's a testament to all the work I've been putting in. You know, my goal for this year is to literally focus on me, no matter how hard I work. Sometimes it's just not enough for everybody, but my goal this year is to prove to everybody what I can do.
You talked about you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. What makes you uncomfortable in this league, and how are you overcoming it?
Just, you know, stepping out of my comfort zone. There's a lot of well-renowned and, you know, grounded women in the 200, and, you know, I'm not known to be a 200 runner, so I'm pushing the boundaries. I'm seeing what I got out there, and hopefully.
Back at Grand Slam track, women's 200, Melissa Jefferson Woodard. She's Mrs. Grand Slam right now.
That's right. And here's Gabby Thomas, who's back in the short sprints. She was second in Miami. She won the long sprints in Kingston. So I know she wants a little bit of revenge here on Melissa Jefferson Woodard.
Tamari Davis, second in Miami over this distance. Oh, sorry, my bad. There's Tamari Davis. Jaden Mays there. Another one of those fast Oregon Ducks from the Olympic trials in 2024 in this event. Made it through to the finals. Thelma Davies. She'll get a hometown welcome.
And rounding out the field, this is Solera Barnes. Had a breakout indoor season. The U.S. indoor champion at 60 meters. It's another great field, and after what Kenny Benari just did, I'm sure they're inspired to run really well in front of a great crowd. Set.
Thomas away pretty smartly. Although it's just lost half a meter or so, and he's got to get moving here because Dina Asher-Smith is running a cracking bend and also going well. Jefferson Woodard into the home straight with a good 2-meter lead.
Oh, wow.
Can Gabby Thomas hold this in? She's got work to do.
Oh, wow.
Hold of Jefferson Woodard. Can she get there? It's only 10 in the lead. But she's got it. 21.99. Well.
Oh, wow.
She doesn't even want to look at Gabby's own to go, sorry. Sorry. Look at Gabby's face.
Oh. You got to remember, Melissa is actually the first leg on the relay team. She's a turn runner. This is a turn favorite track.
This is, like you said, it's a different 200 meters here. Wide turn. Once you straighten up in the home straight, you've only got about 75 meters left.
Yes. And I know that's what Melissa was thinking when she got on that straightaway. This straightaway short, I'm winning. I don't got to hold on for that much longer this time. And she held on.
So that's not only a personal best, again, another record for this track in the stadium.
Wow. In the rain.
I mean, at this point, you think, well, Gabby didn't get a good start because you're thinking, Dina Asher-Smith was up on it, but then you suddenly realize Jefferson Woodard is out there, but Gabby normally hauls people in, doesn't she?
She does. But sometimes when people are that far out there, I know there had to be a moment where Gabby was like, hold on a second, she actually is kind of far. There might have been a bit of panic getting into the straightaway because there was a lot of ground to make up. And you can see on Melissa's face, she knows that Gabby's going to be coming, but she has to hold on, and she did hold on and had the strength to be able to maintain in this 200. A huge win over the Olympic champion in the 200 meters. And she wanted that bad.
You look at, well, they didn't show it on that replay, and the rain's back, but Gabby Thomas was tight, kind of fighting to get there. Didn't get there. 8 points for...
The women's 200 meters at the Grand Slam Track Series in 2025 delivered two dramatically different chapters in the same growing rivalry. And together, they tell a deeper story about momentum, adaptation, and the razor-thin margins at the top of American sprinting. In Miami, the conditions were ideal. Warm air, a slight legal tailwind, and a fast track built for big performances. The field was stacked with proven contenders: Gabby Thomas, Daryll Neita, Brittney Brown, and Tamari Davis, all capable of producing sub-22-second performances on their best day. But from the moment Thomas settled into lane 4, there was a sense of inevitability about how the race might unfold. Thomas attacked the bend with controlled aggression. Her stride pattern was efficient, her posture relaxed, and she exited the curve already asserting control. Neita attempted to stay within striking distance, while Brown and Davis pushed hard to remain in contact. Yet once the field hit the straight, Thomas shifted gears. Her transition phase, arguably the most polished element of her race model, allowed her to separate decisively over the final 80 meters. She crossed the line in 21.95 seconds, a legal wind mark and one of the fastest times of the season at that point. That performance reinforced her status not just as an Olympic champion, but as the most complete 200-meter runner in the American system. Her strength lies in distribution. She doesn't panic on the curve, and she doesn't fade in the final 50 meters. In Miami, she didn't just win, she imposed authority. But sprinting rarely follows a straight narrative. Weeks later in Philadelphia, the script flipped. The field again featured Thomas and Davis, but this time the spotlight subtly shifted toward Melissa Jefferson Wooden. Traditionally known for her explosive 100-meter ability, Jefferson had been building momentum throughout the Grand Slam series. What few anticipated was how effectively she would translate that pure acceleration into a full 200-meter execution. From the gun, Jefferson was electric. She attacked the curve with visible intent, running it almost like an extended drive phase. Instead of conserving energy for the straight, she committed early, and crucially, she maintained rhythm off the bend. Thomas, usually dominant in the transition phase, suddenly found herself chasing. It was unfamiliar territory. Her stride remained smooth, but the gap created on the curve proved costly. As they entered the final 100 meters, Jefferson did not fade. That was the decisive factor. Historically, 100-meter specialists moving up to 200 often struggle in the final 40 meters. Jefferson did not. She held form under pressure and powered through the line ahead of Thomas, delivering one of the most surprising results of the season. The contrast between Miami and Philadelphia highlights two different tactical blueprints. In Miami, Thomas controlled the race through distribution and endurance strength. In Philadelphia, Jefferson dictated the race through aggression and front-end speed. One race emphasized mastery, the other exposed vulnerability. For Thomas, the loss does not erase her dominance, it sharpens the narrative. Elite sprinting is about adjustments. When forced to chase, her usual smooth progression can become reactive rather than proactive. Jefferson's victory demonstrated that the 200 meters in 2025 may no longer be governed by a single archetype. Raw speed, when sustained effectively, can disrupt even the most polished race models. For Jefferson, the win signals evolution. She is no longer simply a 100-meter threat experimenting at longer distances. She has shown that her curve running and speed endurance are improving rapidly. If she continues refining her distribution, she could become one of the most dangerous hybrid sprinters in the world. Together, these two races define the current state of the women's 200 meters: unstable, competitive, and thrilling. Miami confirmed Gabby Thomas as the standard. Philadelphia proved that standards can be challenged. And if both athletes continue on this trajectory, the next showdown may not just decide a race, it could define the season.